Hi everyone, this is JD, your gadget review friend. Samsung S10e was highly praised when it was released in 2019. Compared to its more pricey siblings, the S10 and the S10 Plus, S10e almost offered the same computational power without the additional fancy cameras such as the telephoto and the wide selfie. Given that Samsung releases multiple phones every year such as the S, Note, and the A series to name a few, can S10e still rival the newer models? Are S10e users missing anything without the telephoto, wide selfie, and additional RAM? With Samsung throwing 12 gigs of RAM on the highest model, the S10 Plus. As the price of this phone goes down significantly, and some can possibly buy this less than $300 used, can this be a great value if considering buying a phone in 2021? This is our review of Samsung S10e. Is it still worth it? Well, let's find out. Let's start this review with a design. The front screen has a punch hole located on the upper right with the earpiece located on top. The sides are protected by a sturdy aluminum frame. The power button is located on the right and also acts as a fingerprint. I personally like the placement given the smaller size of the phone. My left index or right thumb can easily reach and unlock it. The fingerprint sensor is also responsive and fast. On the left, you will have the volume buttons and the Bixby button, which you can assign another function by either single or double click. I don't know if you ever use Bixby, but it's there. The microphone is situated on top, and the speaker, microphone, and USB charging port at the bottom. And yes, headphone jack is there too. S10e is a great example of phones with audio jack and waterproofing. It can be done. Do you guys think manufacturers shouldn't kill the headphone jack on higher end models? Let me know your thoughts and comment down below. The rear cameras are housed in a rectangular shaped design that's more of a 2019. The front and back screen are protected by Gorilla Glass 5, which gives protection against scratches. This phone was released Q1 of 2019. It runs on Snapdragon 855 and Adreno 640 for US and China, and sadly an inferior Exynos 9820 and Mali G76 for Europe and Latin America. I researched it and found out that they're using two processors because of the integrated modem. It's how the phone connects through the different networks and certain regions of the world. It has 6 or 8 gigs of RAM coupled with 128 or 256 gigs of storage. That's good for 2021. It's good if you're shooting mostly 4K videos. I can play heavy games like Call of Duty, Mobile Legends, and GTA with no issue. Light games such as Temple Run or Subway Surfer are extremely fast. And you can expand the storage through SD card up to 512 gigs. So much storage is great. The screen is a 5.8-inch dynamic AMOLED display. It's a 1080 HD panel with 438 ppi. The screen brightness can go up to 600 nits. I have no issue with outdoor visibility. If you compare this with iPhone 11 with 625 nits, this screen is great. Sound quality like the screen is pretty impressive. It is clear, rich, and has noticeable bass. I made a comparison between Pixel 3 XL and S10e. Here's the test. From the test, it's almost similar. I think S10e is a little louder than Pixel 3 XL at maximum volume. Just a little bit. It also has the headphone jack, so you can use high fidelity headphones. Again, Samsung giving us choices. That's awesome. Battery life is just average. It has 3100 mAh battery with option to reverse charge. I was able to play 2 hours of gaming, watch one full Netflix movie, 2 hours of music and phone calls, and occasional snapping of photos and videos. It also supports 15 watts of fast charging. From low battery, I was able to get 35% after 30 minutes. The screen brightness will play a role too. It might be better to go adaptive brightness if you go in and out of bright areas. Samsung S10e uses a variable aperture from 1.5 to 2.4. It opens up at 1.5 on dark areas and step down to 2.4 on well-lit environment. Is it gimmick? Well, sort of. It didn't show any significant advantage with my camera comparison. And speaking of camera comparison, I'll be doing a side-by-side comparison between phones, so stay tuned to my next videos. Back to the camera. It has a dual camera setup of 12 megapixel main shooter and 16 megapixel ultra-wide. Images are sharp, punchy, and clean. I really like how Samsung processes images. I like colorful photos, sometimes too good to be true, but it's confident. Night mode images are lighter compared to what Google Pixel 5 can produce, but they're generally softer too. It's a little washed out. Videos are great. It can shoot 4K 30 FPS with EIS and 60 FPS without EIS. Samsung is closest to Apple in video category. The selfie camera is also superior compared to my Google Pixel 5. It produces sharper images. There's not much to complain about the cameras. So what is GadgetRevNow's verdict? Samsung S10e is a great all-around phone. Just the battery. I wish it's a little bigger, and although I like how responsive the fingerprint sensor is, I still prefer the back one. I think that's the perfect placement for the fingerprint sensor. But in terms of performance, usability, and price, this is a steal. It will perform great in your day-to-day activity. You have so much space, great screen, and sound quality. The small screen can be manipulated in one hand, which is useful for smaller hands. And the price is so good. You can probably get this around 300 used. I'll go for it. I think the E stands for excellent. If you enjoyed this video, consider subscribing. I will post weekly videos of devices and phones for review. The goal of this channel is to review devices as simple as possible, concise and friendly. Don't forget to leave a comment, like, and share. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.